Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Seem to be seeing a lot of each other on the internet
Yeah, on the
lately.
interwebs. That's
Yeah,
it. I'm
on a
trying to figure
series,
out
the
what
series of
the
tubes.
yeah.
Um,
Well, it's a bunch of tubes, isn't it?
mhm. Yeah,
That's what I heard, at least.
yeah.
We're
That's
trying
the
to build this thing.
technical explanation.
Yeah. No.
So how was the rest of your day? Did your power stay on?
Yes, it did actually. Although now we have a wind advisory. So of course all the power lines out here are above ground. So let's see how that goes.
That sounds
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah, I've got a friend who has a house up in the, I don't know, Hudson River Valley somewhere, and he said they got a tornado watch uh, today. So, it's
To be fair, is to not have tornadoes. Like that was something I was very specific about.
yeah, it
Yeah.
should not be, that should not be happening. And 2020 could like slow its roll, a little, maybe. Like
It's like coach, you think?
like yeah, like maybe like if we're gonna have a pandemic, like could we not have destructive weather too? That would be great. Like,
Yeah, I feel like that's just asking for too much now, though.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
fair.
yeah. But we had a
Weather,
good day though with the
yeah.
grand. That was fun.
Yeah, the Grand Seiko thing was fun. So for those of you who are just joining us, this morning we did a little webinar, kind of fireside chat style with Grand Seiko, and they presented us with some updates to some new movements that they've come out with, and they're really amazing. And we will be putting that chat, it was recorded, we'll be putting that on our YouTube channel, and which we'll be launching. I mean, it already exists. You can follow it, but none of the videos are viewable. So we will be putting that up in the next few days once we've seeded it with a little bit more content.
Yeah, we have to seed it.
Yeah. Well, I don't want people to just go there and be like, look at this one video, Like I
That's
want
true.
y'all to binge watch.
It would be an awesome video, though.
Yeah. It's some good stuff. So we'll be putting that up and making a post about it later this week. And Adam's belched already twice, so I think we're
But
off to
it's like every time that I'm on this thing, I just get gas.
yeah. So what are you drinking? And then we're gonna go to what watch you have.
Liz is still hiding the booze. So I am just imagine quarantine. The general fear, uncertainty that goes along with that, then the mind-numbing boredom of being trapped in the same place with the same people all the time. Throw in a few sort of potential natural disasters, if you will, and then do it stone cold sober. That's me right now.
Oh, so
For me, this, I think for some people, it's like, oh, wow, but I get to be with my family and I get to live healthy and clean, and but I'm not one of those people. So it's definitely been it's been an experience. Paul actually knows where some of the wine is, so I think we're gonna have a little conversation later on tonight when everybody's sleeping.
Yeah, I think
Bottle,
this is one of
yeah,
those things where you've got that watch that's earmarked for him when he's 18, and one of the things about him not being an asshole is for him to sneak you some wine,
yeah.
right? Like that's.
And I bet his father's budding functional alcoholism.
Mhm.
Paul, first of all, just so you know, I'm sorry, with the Mr. Nibbles is on the counter eating tomatoes. I know we were going to talk about pets.
Yes, but let's talk
So
about
Paul,
watches first, real quick.
yeah, bring up. Yeah, I want him now, Paul. But no,
Yeah,
actually, I don't. Fuck him. I don't want it. Let's talk about watches still.
let's talk about watches. So, you just showed us the Grand Seiko. Do you have any other watches with you right now?
Yeah, I mean, I have a bunch. It's the same watches. That's the problem with this whole thing is, we're online all the time. We're doing these show and tells, but I can only show the exact same 15 watches because all of my shit is back in the city. So once again, the ubiquitous Apple Watch, which I don't know, I like it. I probably shouldn't. And then this is interesting. So this is the Tesla.
Oh, okay.
And so this thing has it has a little nano chip in it. That's what they call it. And it's supposed to help make you feel better and protect you against electromagnetic waves. So, given the circumstances, I figured since I've been clean for a little bit now, so I know what it feels like as a baseline normal human being, I'm going to wear this for a week and see if I feel even better. Now, emotionally, I'm still a wreck because I'm just sober through this whole thing. But physically, I might, I don't know. You know, people say that 5G really affects you. I don't know that there are any 5G towers here in Weston, Connecticut, but if there are, you know, fuck you 5G. I got a Tesla on.
That's your defense watch. All right. Well, let me show you guys what I have on.
Somebody wanted to see the watches here. So I'll just really quickly. Can we see that? Is that?
Yeah, it's a little fuzzy, I think, because of your connection there, but I can see them.
Well, I mean, I have watches, so that's the you know, they're here. Oh, now this thing is. Will you go talk and let me?
Yeah. So I've got this guy. I broke it out because when we had our conversation with Grand Seiko this morning, I looked around and all my watches and realized I don't have one yet, which is problematic. But I did have this JDM only Seiko SUS reissue. So
at Philips 9, this is the same technology that Timex bought them. All right, go on.
Okay. So yeah, so I just put this one on because it's fun, it's cool, it's like a really, inexpensive watch. When I saw it come up, when they was announced like last year or something, it was on Worn and Wound, and I found out it was Japanese market only. And fortunately, I have a friend that lives in Tokyo, so he tracked one down for me, and now I have that. So, and then the other watch I have with me today is the RedBar Oris limited edition, which I grabbed because we're going to do another one. And see, there's Adams as well. Really wanted to show this one because we're going to do another chat with Oris later this week. So so that'll be fun. And I'm really hoping that they'll bring Oris Bear on that chat. But, Oris Bear is probably not in Rolf's house. So
Oris Bear's been killing it, though. I mean, if you're not following the Oris Bear account, you suck.
Yeah, so the Oris Bear, and this is one of the things we're going to talk about, I think is really cool that they've been doing, is that they're giving away watches to, people that their followers nominate as local heroes, people that are working on the front lines, and people that are, some people are, hospital workers, some people are, cleaners. They're just people that are out there working and taking care of things right now. Yeah. And I think it's really, really great. I know that there is one RedBar member that was selected out of that I know of for sure. That's one person in our London chapter.
Nice.
Who is working 12-hour shifts in hospital all week. So is well deserved. So so that's great. So you want to grab Mr. Nibbles there? Because I know this week I decided that something that was really entertaining to me. Something that was entertaining to me last week was Adam bringing his cat into the mix while I was showing one of my watches. So I decided to ask people to bring their pets. It's also inspired by John Hodgman, who's been doing this basically an Instagram live show every weekday called Get Your Pets. And he does this kind of thing where people join and they show their pets and he sort of interviews them. And it is delightful and is bringing joy to my day every single weekday, which we all need.
Joy to me.
Yeah. And so tell everybody about Mr. Nibbles and why you think he sucks.
This is Mr. Nibbles. He first name Mr. Middle name Dot. Last name Nibbles, and he's a guinea pig. When we chose him, or my son chose him, he was actually the kind of the worst guinea pig there. He didn't want anything to do with you. There was one that was like, pick me, pick me. That was like the friendliest guinea pig you could imagine. And Paul's like, nah. And so he thought that Mr. Nibbles looks like what a guinea pig is supposed to look like. And so so we wound up with Mr. Nibbles. And to this day, I mean, he'll nibble anything, hence the name. He's not particularly friendly. It's always just a real test to get him out of his cage. Then he kind of calms down. I don't even know what he's doing right now. The sound is probably not a good sound. Paul, this is a good sound? Paul said it's a good sound.
Does that mean he's happy?
I think he's going to bite me at some point or piss on me or take a shit on me. That's pretty much all he does. We found out he really likes tomatoes today. He looks like a little vampire when he eats them. I don't think he's happy, I'll be honest. Paul says this is a good sound. He sheds everywhere. So I was really enjoying wearing my Grand Seiko Godzilla t-shirt, and now it's just ruined. So yeah, as guinea pigs go, he kind of sucks. You can't let him out. I mean, he'll run under something, and you need a broom to get him out. He doesn't really hang out with you and play. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So,
all right. Well, thank
you.
So
there he is. We'll bring him right up again so people can see him.
Nibbles.
This is Mr. Nibbles.
You're famous on the internet now, Mr. Nibbles.
Yeah.
Hello. I suck balls. I'm the worst guinea pig ever.
All right, Paul, take him.
All right.
Making a rake for it, Paul.
All right.
So
I'm gonna go to the next person, Adam, and I'll bring you back on at the end. Okay.
Yeah. We got a guinea pig emergency. Do what you got to do.
All right. Okay. So I'm gonna So as you guys can see, there's comments. They go by pretty quickly here. So if you have a question that you want me to answer, put it in. There's a little question mark button at the bottom of your screen. Put it in there so that I can actually see it, because otherwise it scrolls by too fast. And we will get to your questions a little later. But first I'm going to have James from Analog Shift join. I'm waiting for him to join. Hello. This is a look. This is a good look for you.
It's my always look.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really digging your like Magnum PI vibes lately, man. You're just rocking it out.
Someone has to do it.
Yeah. No, that's serious. So what watch are you wearing today?
Today I am wearing my brand new Astor and Banks Sea Ranger, which is this little number right here. Sorry, lighting's pretty bad.
That's cool.
Yep. Homegrown Chicago coolness.
I like it. How are you doing? You still holding up okay?
You know, it's a roller coaster. I think every 2 weeks I just yell at a wall for like a solid 3 hours. But that was last week, so now I'm coasting. You know.
Yeah. Good.
Daniel D-Law 22, congratulations on your newborn baby. That's fantastic.
Yeah, congrats. Fantastic. Congrats. I think it's there's a lot of people I know that are having kids right now, and it's got to be even more stressful than normal. But yeah, congratulations, man.
Good news coming out of all this.
Yeah, exactly. So, given that this is Watches and Pets, where's the little Mr. Brody?
I know this has nothing to do with me, my mustache, or my shirt. It's about this guy right here. So you want to come over here, Sleepy?
No. Hi, Brody.
This is Chief Brody Bear. He's a killer pit bull.
Yeah.
As you can tell.
So
65
ferocious.
pounds of fury. And with a floppy ear, he knows he's a handsome pup.
Yeah.
And we've had him about 1.5 years. We adopted him here out of a kill shelter. And he got his name from Roy Scheider's character in Jaws, so Chief Brody. He responds to Brody and Boogie, because when he came in, he had a little sinus thing going on. It was very snotty, so he got the nickname Boogie.
Aww.
And he boogies.
He's so cute. How is he enjoying you being home all the time?
He doesn't know what to do. He's, constant attention needs these days.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you for bringing Brody, and thanks for showing us your watch. Enjoy your Magnum PI vibes there, and I'll talk to you again soon.
Keep it on going.
All right. Take care. All right. I got some more folks waiting, so let's bring on Larry. So we're going to bring on a RedBar New York member, Larry, hello, how are you?
Hey.
How's it going?
I'm still kicking. I'm
Good.
Going absolutely crazy, locked up in my house. Fortunately, my wife is going to work because she works in the rigging and heavy hauling industry, and that's considered to be a essential business. So I don't see her most of the day. So I have my pal Braxton with me all the time, who's
that's good.
A Welsh Terrier.
You've got watches to play with and a cute dog. So
I do.
You know, that's good. What watches do you have with you today?
My Zombie Apocalypse watch, which is the Citizen British Royal Marine Commando titanium screw down crown, loom like nobody's business. And you can't destroy it. I mean, I work in the garden with this, you never wreck it. And then like stuff I have on my desk, I have I don't know if you can see that. I got my Hamilton 22 ship's chronometer. That's my desk clock. That keeps me busy all day. And I actually got a watch this week from somebody in Milan, Italy. So getting the package out of the post office box was fun. I had tongs. I opened the thing. I took the package out. I took it into my garage, basically stripped down to my skivvies before I opened it, snipped it open, disposed of all the packaging, took the watch in the house, wiped it down, and I was really happy. And I actually felt good that I could throw some business to somebody from Milan because, as you can imagine, business is not good for them now. So I got an old, I don't know if you can see that, it's an old vintage Helvetia.
Oh, cool. Like
a two-tone dial, gilt Roman numerals, kind of a copper dial. It's in immaculate condition. It doesn't have a scratch on it. And was very reasonable. That's from my friend at Andrea's Vintage Watches in Milan. So
cool.
If you're looking for because everybody knows that's what I collect anyhow, offbeat vintage stuff. He's got more of that stuff that you can shake a stick at, and it's very reasonably priced. And everything I bought from him is it's pristine when it comes. So I'm pretty happy.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, that's good. And it is nice. You know, I think one of the things that we can do is for the small businesses that are still able to process orders and ship and do all of that stuff, if folks can support them, that's really important in this time because, you know, the business is hurting kind of everywhere. So, yeah.
People kind of get crazy about, when this first happened, I went to the last RedBar on March 11th, and everybody was there, and we were joking about coronavirus, and actually James came in and said, "Hey, Larry, how you doing?" And he went to shake my hand. I'm like, "No, dude, we got to do the elbow thing," just joking around. And then right before I left, I saw on my phone that the NBA had canceled the season. I said, well, this is some serious shit because there's a lot of money involved there. And Bazoo was sitting across the table from me. I'm like, are you prepared to be locked down? He goes, what are you talking about? I said, I hope you have food in your refrigerator. And he's like, I think I got a couple of Red Bulls and some mustard. So he went and he did some shopping on the way home.
Yeah.
I guess he's got supplies in now. But then I got to the New Jersey Transit station. Usually there's 800 or 900 people jostling around. Wait, track number 9, everybody runs. There was 8 people, Kathleen. 8 people. Wow. And we all had the good news was we all had our own individual train car going home, but that's when I knew it was serious. I came home, I gassed up my car, I told my wife, first thing tomorrow morning, got to go to the store and load up. And even then, I don't know what the deal is with toilet paper, but I'm down to my last 10 rolls. So.
Well, you gotta, I don't know why people are freaking out over that, but, I'm sure eventually the supply will catch up with the demand, or people will just, learn how to use less of it.
One thing I learned is if you go right before the store closes, an hour before the store closes, everybody's been there already. and everything is gone. But the last hour before the store closes, the people on shift, they restock the shelves for the next day. So if you go and you shop the last hour before the store closes, you can generally get whatever you need. But nobody wants to go that late at night.
Right. Well, that's good. Pro tips from Larry. Can we see your dog real quick before I go on to the next person?
Absolutely. Come here, buddy. This is Braxton.
Hi, Braxton.
A Welsh Terrier. What's the matter? You don't like being on Instagram? He threw the squirrel out the window. The Welsh Terrier, they breed these guys to go head first down a dark hole and pull a rat out with their teeth. So you can imagine what his hunting instinct is like.
Oh, yeah. I bet he looks outside and sees a squirrel and wants to go kill it.
That's exactly what it is. Actually, there's deer in my backyard tonight, so. But he's a lot of fun. 22 pounds. He's like we thought that if we got like a Welsh Terrier, it'd be like having a mini Airedale. It's not. I mean, he's like the Terminator. He's relentless. All he does is he wants to go after stuff and kill everything, and he thinks he can take on a pit bull. And I know he can't, but
yeah,
well, that's my buddy. So say goodbye, Braxton.
Bye, Braxton.
Our time
he is
up.
like a teddy bear. All right, thanks, Larry. Take care. Stay safe.
Bye-bye. You too.
Bye. All right, that was very cute. That was a lot of cute happening in there. All right, let me see if I can get someone else on here. The Instagram thing does this every once in a while where I have to switch back to the other view in order to add someone. But even now it's not working. There it goes. Okay, I'm going to have Troy on. I know, Max, I was asking the same thing. I see Cody. I requested Cody Natkin, and so I don't see Eric yet, but here we are. Hi, Troy. How are you?
Hello. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm holding up all right. I'm holding up okay. You guys doing okay?
We are. We've been, hanging out here since, what was it, the 13th or so, something like that, and just trying to do a lot of good cooking and be as productive as possible, and cool. Staying safe. A lot of cooking.
Okay. Yeah. No. Same. Like the thing is, I'm really enjoying the cooking, but like the cleanup is just I'm not a fan. So, what watch do you have on today?
So today I have my Explorer 114-270, which I pretty much haven't taken off since I got it, and definitely since I been kind of quarantined. I occasionally rotate to something else throughout the day, but it's kind of got its hooks into me.
That's good. I mean, I for the first like 2 weeks I was just wearing one watch the whole time pretty much. So
yeah.
Now I've started to rotate things around. I bought a watch, and so like last week I had I got a pole router. Yeah, and that arrived. I showed it on last week's Instagram Live, but it's got radium. It's on brand for me. So, and you should see the loom plots on it are like super perfect and puffy and like evenly patinaed. It's stunning.
That's the tricky thing with pole routers, man. They can be such these incredible little finds if you just get the right one, or they can be just cobbled together a total mess. They're pretty deep well, but when you find good ones, there's nothing better.
Yeah, exactly. And there's so many variants of them. We actually talked about this a little bit last week. James had one on, Adam had his, and I had mine, and they're all wildly different.
Completely different. Yeah.
Wildly different. Yeah.
Everyone is a different, little different story, different hands, different dial variations, cases, loom.
Yeah.
James has some of the craziest pole routers you'll ever see. That product of his is just drool worthy. It's ridiculous.
It's pretty stunning. Yeah. All right, let me see your little pup.
So this is Berkley. He was a little more lively earlier, but he got a little spooked from the thunderstorm, so he's a little tired right now. And he's wearing his little Luminox.
That's perfect.
Being a good boy.
Well, the Luminox is the perfect watch to wear for a thunderstorm. It's exactly. Legible. You know, it's
got those tritium tubes that still work, sort of.
Yeah. But that's great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for bringing him on. He's very cute.
There you go. See,
Oh, there we go. Big yawn. I appreciate it. All right,
Thanks for having me on.
Of course. Thanks for joining. Take care.
All right, bye. See you, everyone.
All right. Yeah, this week, so a couple people are asking some questions. Yeah, this week pets are invited. I specifically asked a few folks that have pets to join. So let me find Adam Moore and add him in here. So let's see.
Hello.
Hello.
Greetings.
How are you?
I am really good, and there is a very sleepy cat right next to me right now.
Oh my goodness.
That's Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell being cats are for annoying. You know, you gotta
wake them up by annoying. Yeah. What watch are you wearing? Some folks are asking while you're wearing a cat.
Not currently wearing a watch because they're right here.
Okay, show us what you got.
I got the Grand Seiko Spring Drive Diver, which I have on loan from them. So, and then we got the Oris.
Okay.
We got the Tudor with some radium.
Yeah, nice and radioactive. Good.
And we got the single hand de facto.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I've not seen that piece before.
It's a quartz guy, but it's pretty rad. It's very simple. This is the model that doesn't have anything on the dial, like no logo on the dial.
Wow, that's trippy. I like that. That's cool. I appreciate the Grand Seiko too, because we obviously, like I said, we did the Grand Seiko chat this morning, and that's a really great piece. That's titanium, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's because it's giant, but it's really, really lightweight. It's a pretty fantastic piece. Did you have something else there that you wanted to show? Because I know you mentioned something to me a little while ago. So
I just pulled it out here. It's a Joshua Shapiro, J.N. Shapiro. Let me move that light. This is his first gold dial. I've got this at the in for photographing right now. And here, let's see if we can get a little closer with my loop system.
Nice. This is the first loop system on our Instagram Live so far, so that's pretty cool.
There's his patented infinity weave.
Nice. That's awesome.
This guy has got some serious watchmaking chops here.
That is great. Yeah. Is it exhibition case back?
Yep.
Nice.
I believe this is a Schwarz Etienne movement that he uses.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a pretty sweet watch. That is very nice, and glad you are photographing it. Having been to his workshop and seen his engine turning machines in action, and you actually got to try them out.
I did,
which was cool. It's pretty great. I think what he's doing is really nice, and what a nice guy too. So.
Yeah, he is a super nice guy, and the reason I'm walking right now is because there's more than one sleepy cat in this apartment.
Okay.
And I would like to introduce the internet to Porkbutt.
Yes, there's a cat. This is a cat named Porkbutt, everybody. Say hello to Porkbutt. Now, Porkbutt, Tinkerbell and Porkbutt have their own Instagram account called Unemployed Cats. And they, they're old cats. They're 12 and 15. So they're not like, scampering around
chickens.
or anything. But they do a lot of sleeping in various poses. It's all very
Porkbutt
cute.
has kind of a porky butt too.
Porkbutt's a little.
That's catnip, by the way.
Yeah, Porkbutt is a little bit chunky and apparently a little stoned on catnip currently. So there she is full on no paparazzi mode right now. Awesome. Well, thank you for showing us the awesome Shapiro watch and all the other pieces.
Sure.
And thanks for sharing the cats.
Yeah, they really need to get a job. I mean, I know that there's not a lot of jobs to go around right now, but really, come on, cats.
Yeah, I mean, they do need to pull their weight. They're not really contributing to the household finances right now, but I'm sure they'll come around at some point. All right, thank you.
Thanks, Kathleen. See you later.
All right, see you later. Okay, let's see who else we have in the queue as soon as Instagram stops hanging. Sorry about that. Let's see. Let's go Kelly. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Oh, just pouring wine.
Yeah. Well,
what else is
cheers.
there to do?
Cheers. Yeah. How is quarantine going for you?
Honestly, not bad, because I kind of needed this time. Now, I was not expecting to have this much time. I was expecting a couple of weeks, whatever, but this has been a little extreme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been obviously a little bit weird for all of us. I think we weren't all expecting to have this. I remember the last time I saw you was what? Let's see. It was March 7th. 6th. It was March 6th.
Yep.
Because so we did a big charity event on March 5th, which in hindsight, maybe 600 people in a room on March 5th was not a great idea, but here we are. We didn't know.
I know.
We really didn't know that. I mean, epidemiologists knew, but the general public didn't know. That it was about to get really real, and then we went to the recently reopened BLT for some delicious cocktails and meats, and now we're in our houses forever.
for literally ever, and it's like what. It's one of those things where I got a picture the other night of us literally in RedBar. Somebody, one of the guys sent me a picture, and I'm like, oh, that seems like it was 3 years ago.
Yeah. And it wasn't. So do you have a watch on today?
I do actually. I've been wearing a lot of the old swatches, bringing them out.
Nice.
This is, have you seen Swatch's websites now that they do the make your own sort of okay. So
I have
this
a few
one,
of them.
Okay. So this one is the Scorpio one.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So
if you double tap the screen, it'll flip over to the other side camera. It might be easier.
Yeah, there you go. But it's I mean, just another one of my plastic watches. That's
yeah. I mean, if you're not going, that's the thing is I've been kind of I put a watch on if I'm doing something like this, or if I'm, if I'm, I don't know, puttering around the house or whatever. But if I'm sitting at my computer, I actually take my watch off sitting at my computer anyway. So
yeah.
So if when I'm at the office, so if I'm just here on the computer, apparently
Same
buying
here.
other watches, I couldn't. To be fair, there was some really strong enabling from RedBar London involved with my most recent purchase. So
I bet.
I got I'll show it again this week because I showed it last week, but it's this guy.
Oh,
the Universal Genève pole router, and it's got perfectly intact radium lume plots on it. So it's in really good condition. The lugs are sexy as fuck. They're really hot, twisted lugs, and
that dial is spectacular.
the dial's in really good condition. Like everything about it is great. There's a couple of scratches on it, but like it's from the 60s. Like, of course it has scratches on the fucking case. So
yeah, right, exactly. As it should.
Yeah, as it should, because otherwise that means it sat in a drawer. But like the indices are so pretty, and like so you see when I move it in the light, like it just catches the light in such a nice way.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, and you know, I love pole routers just because of the history that, you know, they're amagnetic and why they were developed in the first place, and that's really cool. But this is the, you know, micro router, the micro rotor movement. So which I also really love micro rotors. I know that they have their drawbacks in that, you know, the micro rotor, you know, and it kind of decreases the efficacy of the rotor itself, but it's still cool as shit. So
no, that's really great looking. You can have a lot of fun with straps too.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. I was actually looking for a gilt dial one like the one Adam has, and with the black dial, and I decided to get this one instead because it's like a chameleon, like that color of the dial and the whole thing. It's just like it'll change the entire look of the watch by just swapping a strap out.
It's really good looking. Good.
Yeah.
Wear it in good health.
Thank you so much. All right. Well, I'm going to we've got some other folks in the queue.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to say goodbye, but it's really great to see you.
Yeah. It's good seeing you as
Take
well.
care.
All right. Bye.
Bye. All right. Let's see who else is in the queue. Wow, time has flown. It's already almost 6:40. It's kind of crazy. We do have some questions, which I will get to shortly. And I'm going to put Eric on because Cody, I'm sure Cody is with him. So, got another pup. Hey,
how's it going? How are you?
You got a good quarantine beard going.
That's it. We're going for the full time, seeing what happens.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot of that going around. I don't know if you saw, like, Cole Pennington, they did an IG live on Hodinkee on Friday, and he's gone full, like, mountain man with the beard growth. So this is the time to do it, right?
It's
like,
good.
You know. So what watch do you have on?
Max is so funny. I have my Black Bay 58 on, so it's actually the only only watch I brought with me.
Oh man, well,
like others were saying, I wasn't expecting it to be quite this long. So
yeah, well, I mean, look, man, the Black Bay 58, if that's going to be the only watch you're going to have for a little while, it's a pretty stellar piece.
Yeah.
So you know, one of the things I love Tudor. I love all kind of most of what they do, and I love my Black Bays, but they're so thick, and when they actually came out with the 58, the proportions of it are like a vintage sub, so they're like, you know, it's just so much easier to wear than some of the other Black Bay models, so it's just a perfect piece. So well done.
I've had it for a while, and it honestly hasn't left my wrist much. So
yeah,
making it through this with me, make it through some other things. So
yeah, that's good. All right, let's see the pup. Let's see the star of the show, RedBar mascot.
He has to be convinced with cheese. It's the only way he'll stay with me. There's too many other distractions here, like my parents and couches and toys.
Yeah,
so
I'm
there's
sure.
A whole stack of cheese.
Just based on the Instagram stories, Cody Natkin's living his best life over there. He is like really living it.
He is living his best life. He's confused why he's being held and can't get to this, so we'll just solve that. But I became a dog groomer during this exercise because you can see the fro. It's not just the beard, but the fro is really growing out.
That's so good. Yeah. So for anybody who isn't aware, Cody sort of became the unofficial official mascot of RedBar during the global meetup because the gift bag that we gave out is like a little tote bag that's got the logos and stuff on it, and it's got gusseted sides, and so Cody rode around in it with his little chin on the little sides, just kind of hanging out the whole time, just dog in a bag, and it was it's kind of my like all my favorite images from the global meetup have Cody in them. So
that's more or less been his vibe since. I think that weekend he realized he can just milk it and get carried around everywhere, and it's like kind of amplified even more. It was bad before, but now it's really bad.
Well, I mean, you know, you gotta, like, with a dog that cute, you just gotta do whatever he wants. Like, look at him. Look at that face.
The perfect mix of cuteness and entitlement.
Yeah, exactly. It's sounds like just millennials or something. I don't know, like cuteness and entitlement. Anyway, all right. Well, have fun, stay safe, and enjoy letting your parents wear the dog out all the time out in the yard, because that looks like epic fun for everybody involved. All right, and I hope to see you soon at RedBar when we're allowed to do that.
Yeah, everyone stay safe.
Yeah, take care.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna see if there's anybody else in the queue. Let's see. Nope. All right, well, I tried to add someone, but it said unable to join. Let's try one more time. No. Okay. All right. Well, that's been fun so far. Let me see. All right. I've got a couple of questions in here. This is there going to be another run of the Oris watches? So this I'm assuming you mean this guy. Pardon the mess of lots of watches on my table in the background. I'm assuming you mean this guy. And no, there's not. This was a limited edition piece that we did. It's only it was limited to 100 pieces for RedBar members. They're, I think, and I'm not trying to I'm not going to advertise where they are, but there are a couple for sale currently out in the world from their original owners. At first we were kind of like annoyed by that because, this watch, the proceeds of this watch all went to charity, and, we really wanted to emphasize the charitable aspect of this piece. Oris donated $50,000 from the sales of this watch to our charitable fund, which we've now started distributing out to a couple of various organizations that we support, which we'll talk about like in detail. We're going to make a blog post about it at some point once all the funds are distributed. Obviously, with the current situation, that has shifted a little bit of where we're putting the funds. Specifically, we've focused on a couple of housing organizations and a couple of relief funds here in New York. But anyway, this watch, there's no plans to do any more of it. I know that's a disappointment because this dial is just stunning. Like, the oxblood color is really fantastic. And we're really proud of how it came out. So, so no, there are not going to be any more, but there will be other RedBar limited editions coming up, which leads me to the next question, which was in here, any teaser on the next RedBar watch and launch date. So we do have a watch in the works that is a collaboration with a brand that I cannot announce because it's under NDA, it's under embargo currently. They're obviously, with the current situation, the production times and things like that are probably in flux. So the intention was to announce it in the summer and then have it launched and ready at the RedBar Global Meetup in September. We're not entirely sure if that production schedule is still going to be doable. Obviously in the current climate, we're not really sure about manufacturing timelines for anything, least of all watches. So there is one coming. It will happen. But we have, the timeline is probably going to slip a little bit as far as the announcement time. So more to come. We'll put it on our feed. It'll go up on the RedBar Instagram as soon as we're allowed to announce it. So I can't do anything to tease it except for just saying it is coming. Let's see if there's any other questions. So here's one. So a gentleman asking if there's any possibility that RedBar comes to Columbia in the future. We're always open to starting new chapters. Obviously, again, in the current climate, it's a little difficult to do in-person gatherings, but if you want to, get involved, we do have a couple of chapters in South America, and so You know, we're still getting a lot of email inquiries and stuff from people that are interested in joining. So, you know, get in touch. You can email me at Kathleen@redbargroup.com and just let me know. Give me some, you know, little background on yourself as a collector and kind of what your interests are, and we'll put you together with other folks as they come through. All right, let me see if there's anybody else in the queue. All right, so Adam Craniotis, I'm going to go back to you because there's a couple of other questions that that I think you should be here for when we're answering them. Just to let everybody know, also there's a couple more of our fireside chat style webinar things coming up. Which tomorrow we're doing one with the limited edition, who I saw in the comments, hello, and HYT, and then we're also doing one with Oris on Thursday. If you aren't registered for them, or the registration fills up, we can only have 100 people on per live stream. We'll be recording all of them. We'll be recording all of them and putting them on the YouTube channel, and then we'll post something announcing the YouTube channel again. So, or later at the end of the week. Let me just see. There's questions in the queue, but for some reason I'm not getting the button. Okay, there's a question for the Belching Brute. Are you wearing a Tesla at the same time as the hideous Apple Watch to protect you from 5G? That is the question. Yeah.
So one cancels out the other. Apparently.
All right. I mean,
that's how that's working right now.
That's how that's working. So you're protected. How come?
I'm protected.
Yeah, I mean, it's not protecting you against the hiding of the booze, though. So
yeah, no, that I don't know. I don't know what watch you can do. What you can do with a watch to protect me from my wife.
Yeah, I don't know. You'd need a weaponized watch. Yeah, she's tough. So here's the next question. What do you think the companies and brands will do to show their new models since all the watch shows are canceled? I mean, we can kind of answer this in a little bit. You know, Watches and Wonders is going virtual online this weekend. So we'll be all
25th.
On the 25th. So, and from what I've gotten so far from the brands that, you know, our exhibitors there, the press releases I've seen so far, the embargo times are like kind of all throughout the day. So I think, you know, usually during the trade shows, like a lot of times every brand releases their stuff at the exact same time. And so I think we're
really annoying.
It looks a little more staggered. So everybody, you know, keep your eyes peeled on the 25th to see all the new stuff coming from all the brands that exhibit at the artist formerly known as SIHH, Watches and Wonders. Yep. What do you think? What else do you think we'll be seeing? Because I mean, we've been seeing a lot of, you know, we did our webinar we did with Bulova last week. They showed us they announced new product on that. You know, I know Oris is dropping something on Friday online. So what else do you think? Do you think folks are just going to, our brands are just going to go fully digital with this stuff? I mean, because the one thing that we always love as RedBar members is being able to hold the watch in our hands and try it on. And, you know, you can't do that, you know, on the internet. So.
Yeah, I think right now it's the only game in town. The question, you know, will be, you know, how effectively they use the internet to display. So I'm very curious to see what Watches and Wonders has put together. But in terms of, you know, anything, you know, face-to-face, hands-on, we're looking at Q3, Q4, you know, probably Q4 at the earliest. And even then, you know, I think we sort of have to question now until things really calm down. things really calm down, you know, how does a giant trade show work with in this era of social distancing? So that's a tough one. But I mean, for the immediate future, it's going to be online. I think we've actually been approached by a lot of brands to do, you know, sort of fun Zooms, sort of kind of in-person chats to show things off. Again, what we did with Grand Seiko today, I think, is a perfect example of how that works. Sort of to get that presentation and to get the straight dope from the people who know.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is our new normal.
Yeah. And I think it's interesting because we are going to have to, you know, just rely on digital stuff for the time being, unless people are, you know, even some, I know some brands like, you know, obviously, you know, Atom showed us a watch that he has in for photography. So they're still, you know, brands are still getting pieces to journalists and photographers and stuff. So we'll be able to see some things, I think, you know, some people trying stuff on and some wrist shots, but, you know, it's just really not, it's just, you know, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to, you know, hang out in person and try them on, you know, for the next little while. Let me see what else we have in questions. All right. You asked yourself why you're so handsome. So
Adam said people weren't asking questions, so I wanted to sort of speed the plow a little bit and add my 2 cents there. I'll take that question. I think it's just the way I was made.
Yeah. So this is a question that I think is a little bit off of the watch topic, but I think this is a good one for you. So when this is finally under control and you can get back home, because like I'm home. My first stop is my wine cabinet. Like that, we already know.